RCMP and Vancouver Island investigate mysteries such as that one we just showed you, and they respond to emergencies and keep our roads, communities, and families safe. This week on Vancouver Island Report, we will be bringing you stories about the men and women who serve as members of the RCMP on the island. Tonight, it's the Mounties West Coast Marine Detachment. From their base in Nanaimo, officers patrol the rugged coast of Vancouver Island to support land-based colleagues and to bring law and order to the most remote parts of the region. A News Mid-Island Bureau Chief Jonathan Bartlett has the story live from Nanaimo. Jonathan.
Hudson, as part of the RCMP you don't see very often unless you spend time on the water. BC's coast is long and rugged, not always accessible by road or even air. The Marine Service of the RCMP is a vital part of police work on Vancouver Island. It's one of the many duties the RCMP vessel Nadon provides, transporting RCMP members to smaller island communities. In this case, 2 members of Nanaimo RCMP's bike squad to Protection Island.
We're coming over to the island, Protection Island, to just do a patrol of the island and fly the flag.
The West Coast Marine Detachment is based in Nanaimo. The detachment operates 3 high-performance catamaran patrol vessels. A satellite detachment is located in Prince Rupert. The duties of the RCMP members and crew are as varied as the coastline.
It provides an ability for the police to access many of these communities at times of when commercial transport isn't available. And it also provides an ability for us to remain on scene with a large contingency of police officers in the event of more serious crime.
The West Coast Marine Service consists of 29 regular RCMP members as well as support personnel. Longtime RCMP member Constable Clarence Dykema has been with Marine Services just 3 years. He says the role they play is vital.
You know, if something happened in those communities, we're the ones to, if we bring in the emergency response team or coroner service or you know, any help that's required, we're a floating detachment that we can get into those areas.
Each catamaran is outfitted with a small dinghy, good for getting onto shore. Over the years, the Nadon has been called out to stage police action for such cases as drug importation investigations, migrant ships, and environmental protests.
Whenever there's sort of a need for us to have a large contingent of police officers go into the marine environment or into areas where we can't access by land or conveniently by air, the Marine Services is called upon to provide that service.
The vessel is equipped with cabins and galley for the crew who work on a 7-day on, 7-day off shift.
It's a small ship, so you get quite familiar with your fellow crewmates.
Today we're sticking around the Nanaimo Harbor. The West Coast Marines patrol area encompasses an area from Washington to Alaska, the entire BC coastline, lending support to 45 coastal detachments and 8 municipal police services, a patrol area of over 965 kilometers. While we're out here in the Nanaimo Harbor, the crew of the RCMP vessel Nadon finds themselves Johnny on the spot with a report of a windsurfer in distress.
Calling on 4 Alpha, this is Victoria Coast Guard.
Along with Nanaimo Marine Search and Rescue volunteers, the Nadon rushes to the scene. There's no obvious sign of the windsurfer.
I haven't seen any windsurfers in the area.
The Zodiac is launched again to talk to people on the beach, but it appears to be a false alarm.
Talking with the RCC coordinator today, he feels that given our rapid response and the lack of any observations of anything in the general vicinity of where the complainant said that the windsurfer should be, that he felt that the windsurfer has presumably made it to shore safely.
On Vancouver Island, we sometimes tend to forget we live on an island. For 365 days a year, members of the RCMP West Coast Marine Detachment serve out on the water, making sure we're protected. In addition to patrol vessels Nadon, Lindsay, Higgett, and the Inkster stationed in Prince Rupert, the RCMP also operates the vessel Simmons on the coast of Newfoundland and has 377 smaller boats at various locations across Canada. Hudson?
All right, Jonathan Bartlett reporting. Jonathan, thank you.
Thank you.
Well,